What is going on, you dead set legends, and welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling show on the planet. I am your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and what a huge guest I have got to be my first of 2025. This man is warming up his left arm. It is a huge cannon, and I think he's actually choked a buffalo to death with his left arm. He's got a huge match coming up in I think we're just under 3 weeks. 3 weeks to go against David Dadikyan. Of course, I'm talking about the Polish Viking, Alex Kurdecha. Alex, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. Really happy to be your first guest in this year. Like arm wrestling growing up, I hope your channel will be growing even more than before. Before it was amazing, now it's amazing, and the future will be even better. And of course, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you and all guys who watched us. Hello to everyone.
Yeah, definitely Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. But first of all, I have to go in there, mate. July last year, something pretty special happened. A huge congratulations, mate. What's
Thank
it
you so
like?
much.
What's it like being the world's biggest dad?
It's amazing. I think it's so awesome to be a dad. Now I can say that's a big and huge difference before and after. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's like more than all my victories before and my future victories. It's something very, very special, which makes you happy every day and more and more. And it's like you share this happiness with your family. It's amazing.
Oh, that's so good to hear, man. So good to hear. And you look fresh, so you must be getting plenty of sleep, you lucky bastard.
I can say no. I don't sleep too much. Maybe it's a secret of my fresh looking because I was not sleeping in the nights. Maybe it's a secret. Everyone needs to try sometimes. Maybe it helps.
Oh, I tell you, we'll start calling you the Polish vampire now because you're not getting any sleep being a dad. But how has the new adjustment going from being a dad and now training would be a bit different, preparation would be a bit different because it's a juggling act now. How has that all been going leading up to the match in February?
So now I'm already have some experience with this. Yeah, before it was like everything new, and it will be a lot of new things in the future. But now I already can manage something in a way which is effective to find sometimes the time for training. Because at the beginning it was not so easy, absolutely not so easy. It's true. And I have new ability of the Superman. Uh, I'm looking fresh without sleeping.
Yeah.
So, like you say, I'm looking fresh without sleeping and all. And it's funny, but it's for sure new experience. What we love, it's our family. The best, the closest persons in our life also help us to be happy. They share the happiness with us, we share the happiness with them. It's something unbelievable. It's so cool and amazing. And of course, if you love something, if you love arm wrestling, if you have any free time, you will do it. You will do it in the place. Like before, I always was the guy who go to the gym. Now I have already something at home, and I'm starting to understand some of my buddies who in Canada especially have the home gym version.
Yeah.
It's like some period when you understand why it's that. Because when you like very, very efficient in using your free time, if it's like your free time, it's like a gold. You don't have it too much, so you try to effectively use it, and you have something at home, and you use, like, even you have 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you will use it in a best possible way to you. And of course, we love our message, so we train in any possible way. Yeah, more effective than before.
Oh, absolutely. And has your little one gone to an arm wrestling tournament yet?
He already defeated me. And he growing so fastly. So I thank God about he healthy, he's strong, and I believe he will be bigger than me and stronger than me. Of course, he will choose
Oh,
everything he wants
wow.
in his life, but I think he have my genetics.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, can you imagine? Because you're 6'5", aren't you? 6'5"?
Something like that. Like it depends from how I sleep and eat, but it's like 201 centimeters, something like that.
Okay, so what's that? 201 centimeters to feet. What's that? Yeah, almost 6'6". Yeah, 6'5", 6'6". Yeah, huge, huge. That's what it is. There you go. Lagia thinks that the Levan Slayer is born. So that's a great segue, Lagia, because I'll chuck this up here. You had your match with. Let's get a better run at this. So you had your match with Jerry, and it didn't go your way. So two things I want to ask. What did you learn from the Jerry match? And what were your thoughts on Levan, the way he handled Jerry?
So, firstly, I can also tell you before answering for these questions how I was feel before the match. Before the match, during preparation, I was feel pretty good, pretty good. Like I was compare my results in some exercise before, and it was bright and beautiful. One thing after the match, even during the match, I was don't understand it pretty good, but after I understand it, it was that sometimes we need to listen our body and take the signals because sometimes we ignore some pain in joints and elbows and something else, and these small things can become bigger things. After the match, when I was prepared, continue preparation to the match with Artem. After that, I was have some troubles. It was like small things with tendon, actually not so small, but not their fault. And after that, when I was going to doc, he says that actually it was happened before, and I just continue to make small damages. And after that, after the match, on the preparation, another match, I get more injured. So first lesson is listen our body, because body sometimes tell you to slow down or relax a little bit, and after that, like it's better to make step and step and step than make step and after that step back and after that step forward and after that another step back. So that's the first lesson about that day. What it gives to me, uh, it's all our losing situations, we need to try everything, but of course need to try and find the best effective line. With Jerry, he was to say in that day he was faster than me. I believe he also was stronger than me in his move. He was effective. He was fast to go inside in the needed position, especially after round number one. And I was like really sleepy. I was thinking because not always I'm sleepy. First of all, no excuses. Jerry was better guy that day because now I will be analyzing why it happens. But believe me, Jerry, I believe also have some issues, and it's part of the game. We always have something, but we like after that we analyze and become better because we know what was wrong and what we can fix. So why I was sleeping? Because my travel, my first flight was postponed, and I go to the place a little bit later than it was planned. And never before I can say I was not feel that type of jet lag, because even when you go from here to Dubai or Turkey, it's actually not so big, flight time. It's almost okay. Like you don't take care about too much. Now I understand guys who go from the US to Turkey or to Dubai, because I understand they need at least 3 days at the place before the match, 3 or
Yeah.
even maybe 4. And now it's actually good lesson for me about that, because previously I don't understand it too much. And about effectiveness on the setup, when I was also like, okay, I'm on that place, I'm maybe sleepy, maybe not, maybe I'm don't know about my shape, but shape should be good because preparation was good. uh, Also need to be good on setup, because I see that Jerry was better than me on setup. And say why? He was just doing good because he was good that day, and I was not good enough that day about setup for sure. And from bad setup, it's not best idea to go, because you already have not best position before ready go in something. And it's very important for you guys who watching us. If you know that you are good in that position, try to do your best to be in the needed position before ready go. And if you like feel that it's something not the best way, try to avoid this, or even try to avoid the best line of your opponent. So two lessons to answer of your question. First,
Yeah, brilliant.
take care about your flight. Be at the place a little bit earlier, and take a good sleep if it's long flight. And second, you cannot change your shape in the day of the competition. So try to be in the best mindset, and also try to prepare the best setup on the before ready go. To be patient about this and do everything possible to be in a good position before ready go.
So before we get to Levan, we've got a couple of questions in the chat. Does it play an effect because you're the main event, right? So your match isn't till like 2 a.m. Does that have any?
Even not time,
No.
not time
Okay.
difference. It was not
Okay.
about time difference. It just, if you, for example, go today and after tomorrow you have a match, it's not enough. It's better to be 4 days or 3 days minimum before the match. Better 4 days. If it's like
Yeah.
12 or 13 hours of the flight, also if you have some flight step, and after that you have second flight. Yeah, in this situation, it's my recommendation to guys who also in super heavyweight categories, because lighter guys don't feel that they need too much rest after even the big flight. They also sit in maybe more comfortably.
I was about to say we can ride in economy. We've got leg room.
and this is actually about the time. So guys, if it's possible, and even if you try before and you try, you're a little bit exhausted after the flight, so it's better to be 3 or 4 days before the match on the place.
There you go. There you go. A question: why didn't you pull Jerry like Ermes did?
Very good question. Very good question, actually. So like I said, not without analyzing my shape in that day, but analyzing what I was doing. So, firstly, I was not able to take good setup in the first round. I was thinking that it's good enough, and after that, I was see that absolutely not. In this, in the second round, round number 3, I was trying the things. The idea to try different things, it's maybe good idea, but the things was not effective. And answering why I was not able to take the grip like Hermes. So I was need to take different grip, different high of the grip, and also very important, I was need to be faster than Jerry. Jerry was faster than me, so he was going very fastly and immediately in his position, and from that position, I was already not able to go in a good way. So it's the first mistake of me. But also very even more huge mistake of myself was that I was not taking care and don't do all possible things to be in a good grip. So grip was not good, and I believe it's also my mistake.
There you go. There you go. Hopefully, there's your answer there. So then, Because I remember, like, when you had that great match with Morozov, you know, you beat Georgi Svetkov, you were like, Levan, I'm going to be the Levan Slayer. Your confidence was sky high. It was awesome to see. I remember sharing some messages with you. But then Levan pulled Jerry and was unbelievable. So what was your thoughts on the way Levan pulled Jerry? And can anyone within the next 3 or 4 months beat Levan? Can anyone beat Levan this year?
When I was watching the match, it was like when I watching my match with Jerry, I was see what a dareful grip. What are you doing, Alex? Like it's not have any sense to start from that position. And actually, when I was watching Levan with Jerry, it was opposite. Like Jerry was not in that position to even, sleep up. Firstly, like go and sleep because Levan was, he was very smart. He was not just very strong, but he was very, very smart, and he was taking the grip very low, which was very like almost impossible for Jerry to go in his move. And Levan was actually fast. I believe he was even faster than Jerry, which was surprise. He was better on the grip, and even without these two things, Levan physically is a very, very strong beast. And if you give him even some advantages on the grip, and if you give him some advantages on the reaction, if he starts faster than you, it's very problematic to do anything. And it was not like big surprise for me because I see from that position it will be not the fight, yeah. But it says that Levan is the guy who will be prepared for everyone. He will take it seriously, very seriously, every match, and he will be not just a very strong beast, but he will be very, very smart beast. And he will be do the best before ready go on the setup, on the grip, and actually he pretty fast for his size.
Yeah, and there's no one that can beat him, can they, this year? It's going to be very hard.
It's possible, honestly. It's possible. But
Of course,
the guy who will be like in the cross in the table and like in with Levan, we will be on the same time. He needs to be not just, for example, faster. He needs to have something more. Not like, for example, even with Levan, to be better on the grip is very hard because of the size of the hand, because of abilities of Levan. I believe if analyzing previous matches, Devon was pretty good on the grip, and actually Ermes was pretty good on the grip. If we analyzing his setup, and it shows that it matters. Like first rounds with Devon, and like second part of the rounds of all fights with Ermes, it was shown that very good grip is important with Levan. And if we say that Levan have some weaknesses, I would not say like that. If somebody thinking that, like, for example, he have some weaknesses, if you try to flop press him, before it was his weakness, but now not. He understand that he was doing some homework about that. He was taking the lessons about his previous matches, and he knows how to delay his weaknesses and be the strongest version of his being. And now for everyone, like he see everyone who is potential opponent, and he know what to do. Remember the match with Vitaly in the end of Top 8 project. He was also analyzing what to do, and he was also know even if somebody opened his wrist a little bit, he knows how to avoid the dangerous situation and even attack with little bit opened wrist. He know now with Devon that he can flop press if he need. He knows how to take the low grip if somebody very good in the flop press like Jerry. So he become better and better. He become very dangerous guy, and I think it will takes very, it will take very special energy for somebody who will be the guy who will beat Levan. It's also need to be patient on the preparation to Levan. You definitely need to prepare some surprise for him, which will he not expected, and to be the better than he expect in something. So if you will be better than he expect in something, yeah, you can use that, surprise or some special moments, or you can be maybe more faster than he expect, or you will be stronger in the hand control, or you can do something during the match. But it's so true that it will be not easy for everyone.
Yeah, he's just a monster. He's just a bloody monster. He's huge. He's massive, and he's a good arm wrestler. So it's as a sports fan, it's really good and it's really bad because I love seeing champions win all the time. I loved watching Tom Brady win all the time. I loved watching the Chicago Bulls win 3 in a row. When Shaq was dominating for the Lakers, I loved it. But then I also love seeing an underdog take down the champ. So anytime Levan has a match, I'm excited. Deeps wants to know, how much more power would Alex gain if he grew out his hair again?
Oh, it's probably will be much more, because if I will be trying hard all these periods to the long hair, yeah, for sure. Now, now I need to share something about all my previous experience. With time, you become better and better. All these lessons give you some knowledges and actually give you the keys to new doors of power. And you will understand more and more arm wrestling, and with the time you understand more and more your body. You will understand how to train yourself, how to listen yourself, and how to train yourself. So time sometimes also good experience, if you asking yourself how to be better and find the answer in, yeah, it's give you some new, even for the guys, we are wondering why guys in our wrestling who are older, little bit than they're everyone, they still so effective. They still pull so good, because with time you understand more and you are better, and you are how to use better all your options you have, and what the meaning of these small things which become in the huge things in the arm wrestling match. So yeah, it's cool that it's our sport, not for short term, but long term sport.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, before we get into your match coming up, we've got to talk about a certain match that you had, and it's raised a few eyebrows. We had this fun match here. Now,
oh yeah,
it's a very interesting thing. So, in my eyes, and you tell me if you're wrong. So, a lot of people were really angry about it. The way I saw it was, we got the number 1 slap fighter in the world. Come and have an exhibition match. Let's have some fun and see how you go. You're Polish, he's Polish. You got to look after your brother, put on a show. And it was, just an exhibition. Because, in reality, you would flog him. You would win very easy. Is that the way it was approached?
yes. I know that it's looking so careful. I mean, I understand totally all you guys who was expecting absolutely something else. But the idea was good, because we have a slap fighting champion, the best guy in the world, and he shows some interest for arm wrestling, and we need to show him to the world of arm wrestling. And of course, we want to make some kind of show, and even to make potential another match for this guy, because he was slapping with some also another guys. They have the super match, but in the slap fighting. And it was idea to make in the future the arm wrestling match between them. Yeah. So we have the Zalesh and we want to involve him in the arm wrestling world and show him to arm wrestling world. And if we take him with somebody else, it will be not so loudly. Yeah, we have loud of hate, but also we can have some loud of interest to his person. And I firstly need to say that he is a very, very special, crazy guy, very nice guy, but crazy guy. He, have no fear to everything. He's ready to try everything. He, crazy, and he's very talented in the fight and in the slap fight. And he's a guy who will be pulled, even like if he needs to broke somebody's arm or his arm, he will be pulling until that point. And the idea was, to make some show and like to give him feeling what is arm wrestling, like to go, but just to hold him and like show him like can do nothing. I was thinking it was not good idea because it's can be demotivate him, and it was the idea if he goes hardly somewhere very, very hard, to give him the line. Of course, like it's more to give him possibility. It's not like he really flash pin or won the fight, but it was, like I said, it was exhibition. It was more show. Yeah. It was looks not natural because guys, it was it was like show. It was not the real fight. That's why it was looks not natural. But what we can say about, do we want like somebody who is the best in the world in something? Maybe it's a bench press, maybe it's a strong man, maybe it's a even slap fight or champion. We need to involve him and show him without like show him the way that you are nothing in our sport, because he's new in our sport. It's absolutely logical, and it was more for show to show him. But of course, it looks not natural because it was not natural fight. Yeah. And this is the true. In future, it will be great if he will be pulled with some guys with some guys which he have some history of the previous slap fight in championships. So it will be nice if they will be pulled, because it will be makes arm wrestling even more popular. And for him, like I said, he's really beast, really crazy, nice guy. And he really start to train more and more. So about him, for him, I said he's a very cool guy. Just we need to find him a good opponent, which will be equal fight. But I need to say thanks to him because he shows some interest for our sport. And he's actually kind of the star. He's very humble and nice guy, but come on, he's the best guy in the world. It's even imagine then we ask Levan to try slap fighting, for example. Yeah. And we have some champions in that sport, and they are pretty good. It's not good idea to hit Levan in that sport like really raw and really hardly, because he's also star from our sport and go into another sport. So it's like a collaboration of two sports, and like it's cool if we organize something fun from that. And sometimes it needs have some bad experience, how to not to do, to find the mistake, fix the mistake, and organize good fight for this guy. But idea was good, but the realization was not good. This is the truth. So guys, sorry about that it was looks like that. But like I said, I think it was not fair to give the ball to the Zalesh and give him no chance. And now he's interested, and I believe he will be back for some interested match with the opponent, opponents which will be equal by power to him, and it will be interesting and it will be cool.
Yeah. Beautiful. Now we're going from an exhibition to a real match, February 15th. Oh, here we go. Left arm banger. This is going to be brilliant. What preparation have you done for this match against Dadikyan? This is going to be electric, this match.
So first of all, it was planned the match with Alijan at the beginning. Alijan
Oh,
unfortunately got sick, and I was writing to him. He was writing to me. For sure, we will have the match in the future. I hope it happens, but uh, it sometimes happens. That's the reality. It's the world. In the real world, sometimes you get sick, or sometimes you get some injured or something. And after that, we decide. Thanks to organizers that they don't cancel totally, but they find David, which is amazing guy, because David is a guy like all of us remember, who gave one of the toughest match to Artem. Like he was won convincingly, won first, second, and third rounds with Artem.
yeah.
And after that, Artem was so amazing. He was finding the key, finding the position, and he was coming back amazingly and won that match with David. But David was shown that he is actually guy who can pull so effectively in the super heavyweight category. And before he won actually. Before that match, Dadikyan was already the guy who was won the matches with big champions like Silayev. He was have some practice with Vitaly, and even Vitaly was say that that's the level of this guy is very special. And he's actually practicing with Dennis, and Dennis is a legend of the left hand of all previous years. So he have a very good sparring partner, and he's very fast. He's very fast. He's not just strong, but he's very fast, and he have also very unique, special style of arm wrestling. That's why I believe it will be very interesting match for me, special to check myself with this guy. I was preparing pretty good, and I'm continue with a good preparation. I see my good results. It's already better than ever. So it can phase me that I will be happy to have this match, because sometimes something you see it's not so good like you want. But for now, I can say that everything is in that level, which makes me happy, and I really excited about the match. And also, we have the match me with David. Same day will be Artem and Vitaly. So actually,
Yeah.
we have of left hand very very interested matches, very top in the rankings of the world, and very special day I believe for the left hand. Of course, all event is amazing. Honestly, all event card is unbelievable, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But also,
Well,
I don't remember never that we have almost all the time one matches on the category. It's like super haze or heavyweight category or another. We have one super match, and this day we have already two matches on the left hand. That's cool. That's cool that we coming back also to left hand matches.
that's right. Left arm. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be. Where do you think Dadikyan's weakness is? Do you think he's got holes in his game that you can take advantage of? Or do you
You
think that
know,
it's just your style will dominate the match?
he's very explosive. He very explosive on the start. He's also taking care about taking a good grip. He understands the pluses and the minuses of his hand, because, for example, size is probably on my side. He knows this, and he for sure analyzing all the matches, and he will be trying to take the best possible grip to make this starting explosive hit. Yeah. Previous his matches, sometimes he was easily going versus his opponents in the starting rounds, like first round, second rounds, maybe even third rounds, and after that sometimes have some troubles because of maybe level of endurance. But I will not say that it's his weakness, because I'm sure he understands that, and for sure he work on that, and he will be prepared with endurance. He now is already his heaviest version, so he is the biggest version of himself, and for sure he will be the strongest version of himself. And also I believe he will be not with that version of previous Dadikyan. So if I say that in the previous matches, sometimes in the late rounds he was not endurable enough, I will be this version will be endurable enough. I will be this version also. He will be even more explosive because probably it's a good way for him if he wants to take advantage on the start. It's good way and good option to be very, very explosive on the start with good grip. So he's actually interested opponent. Absolutely, yes.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be so good. We do have a poll going, and 71% think that you will win this matchup. I think you will win as well. I think you'll win this matchup.
I also think like this. So this also, I need to keep going with this line. Yeah. So I will do the best to keep going with this line.
Well, just quickly, we'll go through a couple of the other matches. And then, guys, if you do have any questions for Alex, once we get through the predictions, drop them in the comments and I'll pick a couple out there. Don't forget to become a member because I'm giving away $100 cash the week before East versus West. So make sure you become a member of the channel or chuck in the code word there. So what are your thoughts on this one here?
So first of all, very crazy match. I already feel the energy between two of these guys. It will be so special and so hard for referees to make the good setup to these two guys, to two of these besties, two of these two monsters. For Devon, it's very important to take the revenge because now he have 0-2 with Georgians, and he motivated probably like never before. For Genadi, it's so special because he's in his country, he's in his home place, and it also motivates him like to be broken or just bring the victory to Georgian arm wrestling. It's important. I believe it will be not give the pressure to him, but it will be really motivates him. It will be making him crazy guy on the table. He was like he will be probably dangerous version of himself. He will be more aggressive. He will be more explosive. He will be guy who will be fighting until the end. And I believe Devon now, he's a guy who becoming better and better and better with all the time. He's better and better and better. So what will be the results? I think that Devon will be take the hand control, and after, it's important what they do on the homework. Like previously at the start, I expected the match go into the strap match, and after that, I believe that Devon will be taking the hand control of the wrist of Genadi. And after that, what Genadi will do? Probably if I will be on the place of Genadi, Genadi can do flop press, or Genadi can do like holding and fighting the line, which is give the most resistance, which is like most effective versus Devon, because they already know each other little bit, at least little bit. They know each other. And Genadi remember what was the place, what was the point where he was effective. So he will be trying go immediately that point and be even more effective. In a hook, it was more about Genadi. So that's why I think if even Devon will be going in the hook, it will be like in the first half of the match, he will be trying to work on the hand and trying to pump it up Genadi and make him exhausted. And after that, for example, he can go even in a hook, even triceps press, or just going by top roll. But firstly, for sure, he will be taking the hand control and doing what he wants to do. Genadi probably will be trying to go faster to the flop press. If hook is not available, he will be trying for sure. But if hook is not available and he loses his wrist, he will be trying to go to the triceps, to the press without the wrist. And it will be awesome. It will be awesome. I put Devon like a slight favorite, but first rounds, I believe, will be crazy. After that, who will be more endurable? But first round, I believe, will be not easy for every one of them.
So what will the score be?
Score will be, in my mind, on the Devon. Uh, and actually, it will be war, but it can be, all rounds on Devon. Because if I put him 60% favorite, if Genadi will be able go very fastly in effective way in the straps and just will be flopping press Devon, it will be also till 0 to Genadi. But Devon understand that, and he will be avoiding that, and he know how to make his opponent work, and how to make his opponent exhausted. And that's why everything was starting from hand control. And I believe Devon in the one of the best, really, really best in the hand control guys in the world in open category. That's why I put Devon in a favorite.
There you go. And 3-0. Devon 3-0.
Devon what?
Do you think Devon will win 3-0?
Yeah.
There you go. Love it. Love it. You got to love it. Love the honesty. Right. Couple of more matches. We were just talking about this earlier. The left arm banger.
It's I really want to see something which I not expected, honestly. I really want to interesting match. Really want. But for that, Artem needs to do what he not doing before. He's really special guy. Very, very special guy. He can pull in a hook, he can pull in a triceps. And my question, does he can pull with the flop press? Does he can want the start with the flop press if it's needed? Or does he can hold, like, does he train the holding with open wrist? It's a question for me. Because if with Vitaly, you think that probably you can hook him, I would say it's not a good idea. I would say it's not a good idea to think that you can hook him. Because even you can hook him, it means that you need also to be better than him on the wrist, on the rising, on the high position of the wrist. So it's even maybe not best effective way to win with Vitaly to try and to go him with the hook. Artem, Artem have the chances and have a line, but I don't know. Do he prepare now this line? If he will be do the same like he was trying with the right hand, it will be not easy. It will be not easy, and it can be probably the same result. But he have options. If he prepare what he needs to prepare, the match can be interesting. But I need to be honest with you. In my mind, when I see how much can go in, it can be really one-sided. Because Vitaly love everyone whose forearms is shorter than his. He love all this type of guys, and he can be very, very effective with every one of them. And he's very explosive, and he's very good in taking the risk in the hand control. So it will be not easy for Artem if he will be trying to go only to the hook, and if it's his plan to prepare only hook. Also, top row can be just not easy because of the size of the forearm and the hand of Vitaly. So I believe it will be good idea if he have some good plan B, and maybe plan B even be higher than plan A. In that way, it can be very interesting match. But now, short answer: Vitaly's favorite.
Vitaly's the favorite. There you go. You've heard it from the man. Thank you, Niels Index Figure, for becoming a member. You got a couple of entries into the draw to win some cash February 10th. I think we're doing it the week before, Monday night, before East versus West. Make sure you become, there's 3 different tiers of member, and don't forget to put in the code word for your free entry into the draw, because we all like winning money and prizes and merchandise. I've got it all going. Make sure you are a part of the giveaway. Right, last match before we get to some Q&A from all the Dead Set legends in the chat. Of course, we've got the big one on the right arm, Monster Michael Todd and Ermes Gasparini. Who's going to win this one?
You know, who has bigger chances to win this one? I believe this is will be my answer because we never know who will win. We can expect something, and from this match, I expect very interesting match. Not easy match, uh, but Michael now in a very good shape. He's very special now. Like it's not that Michael who was Paul with Kadir Galion Garbayev in the past, you know.
Yeah.
He already shown on his personal records, in his exercise, what he trained, that he is the best version of himself. It's also make him more confident and more effective on the table, like show his matches. Yeah. What about Hermes? He's extra motivated. Both of them extra motivated because they know who won this match goes versus Vitaly, or versus Levan, and they are very extra motivated because this chance give you the line, match versus champion, and it's like a preparation also. Like if they prepare now, they will be continue preparation to that special match. So what now? I believe that Hermes will take the hand. He will take the wrist, and what will be after is very important because they actually know very good each other. They was pulled some years ago. They now different beasts. But what was in that match when Hermes was able to control hand and going on the triceps press with a good position, with a good control, it was the question of the time because he was taken like this, and after that going like higher, like in the triceps press almost. And when you're in the higher, it's easily to control your opponent, and you also can make your opponent pump it up, and you control the match, and your opponent will be more exhausted. Hermes understands this. He understands the very special technique of Michael, and I believe he prepared this special moment. Also, he's very effective always versus his opponents. He very strong, but also very smart. Michael understands this, and Michael will be trying firstly do some pressure on the start, or he will be trying to avoid any dangerous position for himself if like already feels that his wrist can be cracked. He will be going out of the line. He will be going out with the body and find the position where the press will be not so effective, and he will be managed to hold that press. It's a good line for Michael, and I believe he understands that, and probably he also prepared this, so he will trade it. So easily to make attack, I believe it's for Hermes. So easily to take control of the hand, yeah. And after, it depends how effective he will be in, transition into the press, because he's able actually to do flop press if needed, but also he can good if he control like hand, but also going in the triceps or in the his side of the table in a good position. So I put slight advantage to the Hermes, but for sure it can be very hard match for both of guys.
There you go. You've heard it from the man himself. He's given some really detailed predictions, and that's for sure for some of the main matches. We won't go through them all because it is almost midnight in Poland. So we've got about 5 minutes, guys. If you have any questions for my special guest here today, Alex Kurdecha, please drop them in the comments now before we wrap up the show and have a bit of fun there. The low hand top roll says, Alex, would you rather face Alijan or Tobias Sperong?
I want to pull both of these guys. They both are young, talented, very best of left-hand arm wrestlers. Probably, I think Alijan is more, probably one of the best, if not the best, in the hook. And Tobias, it's more about top roll. So it's good to test for me with both of these guys. So, like I said before at the beginning, that we was planning the match with Alijan. Probably it will be in the future. We will see how it happens. But with Tobias also, it will be a very great match with Tobias as well.
There you go. Alex versus Devon when?
Oh, guys, very nice question. Very nice question. Ask more of these questions. So both hands, left or right, whenever, guys. I'm absolutely excited about this question. This question I will leave without answer for now.
Ooh, love it. Love it. What's your opinion on Corey West?
Corey is a very special guy. He's like about his power and about power of his body and the possibilities. Who will be Corey West with a good training in the 1 year or half a year or maybe 2 years? It's a huge potential. I believe he will have one of the best potential to be the very, very greatest guys, especially on the left arm, because he's now stronger on the left. But I believe he needs to change a little bit his trainings to feel that trainings is most best effective to him, because sometimes we try to copy some exercise even from the great champions, but so the best way it's find what is the best effective for you, especially for you. If you need to be your best version, you're not the copy of somebody else, so find the best version for you. And I believe that Corey in this process, he trying, so like he see what effective or not, he's in this process, and when he will find what is the best for him, oh, it will be very, very great. He's now very strong and very big, and he one of the best guys on the left arm already, but I believe he will be even better in the future.
There you go. Right. Couple more before we wrap up. Justin King, legend, says, who would you like to pull on the right besides Devon? Everyone wants to pull Devon. Sorry if this has been discussed. I'm late to the party.
About right, we actually not discussed too much, but everyone who in the line, everyone who will be in front of me on the table. We have some plans, and organizers will wait to results of upcoming matches, and after that they will be planned. I cannot announce before them. That's the rule. That's the rule. But yeah, guys, the matches will be very special. I believe they will be interesting for you, and it will be not just because of the rankings. It will be about the style, about opponents which will be interesting. We have a lot of interesting guys which was not pulled before. We have still we are not so many of us, but we don't pull with everyone, even for now. So we have beautiful year of arm wrestling in front of us.
Beautiful. Last question. Alex, will you give Ermes a rematch, and how does it go?
With pleasure. With pleasure. I know he have now bigger plans. He is very special, prepared to the Michael. I know he wants to try his best with Levan. He already pulled with him, but for sure he wants to continue. I was on the same situation with Jerry match. I was lose to Jerry. That's why I was not pulling the Levan. It was also the special match for me. So I know that now he concentrated only on this. But you ask me, my answer is yes. With pleasure, I will pull with Ermes with pleasure. He's friend of mine, but on the table, he's really beast, and this match is always interesting for me.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, can we all please thank my man from Poland, the Viking, who is going to have a huge left arm win February 15th. In a few days, guys, you will find out how to buy the pay-per-view. Thank you, everyone, for being patient. But more importantly, can we please thank our guest, Alex Kurdecha. Alex, mate, always love having you on the show, and thank you again.
Always to be happy on your channel. Thank you so much for invitation. And thank you everyone who was watching, who was asking, and who supporting arm wrestling. Thank you so much, and all the best to you guys.
Yeah, beautiful.